y'all, welcome back to Serenity Cycle Works. I am your host as always, Hawk Stachio, and Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I've tried another project and I still haven't got parts for Project Oilhead yet. And as you can see by this piece of machinery right here, this is not Project Oilhead or the other project, which was something I pulled out of a dumpster, but that's for another day. This is my new project. This is called Project Thunder, and I will be using this as my daily driver as I go along. So I won't be doing any major modifications to it for the time being, just some small upgrades. And this is not a sponsored video, despite the unintentional product placement of the box. However, if Burly Brands wants to sponsor me, that would be pretty cool, and I would be all for that. Swiss Army Knife could also sponsor me, because you see every time I'm using my knife here, it's the little Swiss Army knife, so it is what it is. Yep, that will look nice, I agree. And if you are wondering where the real star of the show is, Mr. Earl, don't worry, he is on his way. And I think he listened to too much Christmas music. Boom, because he's leaping like those 10 lords of leaping. Of course, he's not a lord, he's an earl. I don't really know about how all that monarchy stuff works, but I think an earl is better than a lord. Nonetheless, he's an earl. He's a leaping earl. Thank God there's not 10 of him leaping around. Anyway, when he was actually a puppy, we couldn't put him out in the backyard because he was about 3 weeks old, I suppose, when we found him. And I thought that for a couple of reasons, but he still had those like blue eyes, or those goopy blue eyes like newborn puppies do. And the internet said those are usually from 1 week to 4 weeks, I think, and of course the internet's never wrong. And also he was nursing on his mama for, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 weeks or so after that. So I figured about 3 weeks old, but he hopped. He didn't walk, he hopped, kind of like a bunny, and he was about 3 pounds or so. He was less than 5 pounds, I don't know. But I couldn't leave him out in the back because I figured a hawk would think he was like a nice juicy rabbit and swoop down and get him or something. Anyway, nonetheless, as you can see, I have a new bike, and there was recent events that happened in my life, and those of you close to me know what those are, and you know the reason I got this bike, and those of you that are not close to me don't know that reason. And also that Sissy bar was a gift from my mom, for the same reasons that bike was a gift to myself. Anyway, so I don't really like wearing a backpack and stuff while I ride, so I figured a Sissy bar was a necessity. That way I can strap excuse me, that way I can strap stuff to it and not have to wear it as I go. And this one is called the Burly brand Stupid Tall Sissy bar, and it really is stupid tall. It's awesome. And I was kind of struggling putting it on, is the inner fender, I don't know, tweaked or twisted when I removed the bolts, and it didn't want to go back in. It took a little bit of persuading, but I was able to bend it back into place, or pry it back into place, using the handle of a hammer, push up on it. I finally got it. It wasn't the greatest of all, but it was done. It is what it is. So that's what I'm struggling with right here, is the rear bolt on the left hand side of the bike. So anyway, this is a Harley Iron 883. I think they used to be called a Sportster, but then Sportster may or may not have dropped the name, or Harley dropped the Sportster's name from the 883s, because This one I think is just called an iron 883, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Depending on where you look, you get different things. But there'll be some upgrades coming. Eventually, I want to get a new seat. I want to get forward controls, different handlebars. And after it's all broken in and everything, maybe some new exhaust or stage 1 kit, which includes the air cleaner, the exhaust, and then the tune. So you can see how that Sissy bar there is stupid tall. And you know, I might have to hashtag Burly brand in this, because I don't know if I saw any other YouTube videos of this stupid tall Sissy bar. I wanted to kind of see what it looked like, but it wasn't a lot all over the internet showing what it looked like. So I got it. I'm happy with it. And then I started looking around thinking I need to mount something on the back, like a flag or something. So I ended up ordering a tail from the internet, like a raccoon tail or a fox tail or something. So I will mount that and show that when that comes. And then for Christmas, my dad got me this fork bag, and maybe, I don't know, he didn't understand when I said I really need a small one, because this is a small bike. There's not a whole lot of room. Anyway, the fork bag is much too big for the fork. It won't fit. But there is some good with the Sissy bar there. It just kind of fits perfect right there, and it'll be nice so I can put my registration or a pair of gloves or something in there. Actually worked out pretty good. And sometimes I may get a little obsessed waxing my bike. I don't know if you noticed at the beginning part of the video when I went to put the towel on the fender to protect the fender, it just kind of slid right off. It's because before or after, maybe sometimes both, I take the bike out for a ride, I wax it with this, I don't know, I guess it's called a cleaner wax or something. It's something I just found at the local part store, and it says it's the wax you use between washing. So I used to, when I first got the bike, every time before I went, and when I came back I waxed it. Then I thought, no, I usually do it before I go, because sometimes it's too warm. Once I get back I want it to cool down, but I don't know, it might be coming a little bit obsessing over it. I suppose too that instead of spending money and time on this, if I would have kept going on Project Oilhead, that would have been a lot farther along. But I don't know, like I said, this was some important events happened. This was kind of a, I don't know, a treat to myself, so I said, why not? Also too, I figure with the baby coming, there's probably nothing I'm going to be able to buy myself in the time future, because it's all going to go to her. But that is what that is. Anyway, Earl really seems to be liking this bike. And when I was editing the video, he would hear the engine rumbling. He would come in and check it out. I guess he's real liking to be around it. He even caught him. I edited it out, but during the video I caught him licking the muffler. So I don't know. That's that. I'll see you guys again.